The story begins with a young man named Aron Ralston. Aron is extremely passionate about hiking, and he often goes on solo adventures. One day, he decides to go hiking again. When he sets out, we see that he's entered a deserted, rocky area, a dry canyon with no signs of life. While hiking, Aron comes across two girls who have lost their way. He asks them, "Can I help you?" and offers to guide them back. The girls agree, and the three of them continue the trail together. After walking for a while, Aron tells them, "I know another path. Trust me, it'll be a lot more fun." They laugh and follow his lead. Soon, the three are climbing through narrow rock formations and cliffs. The trail is thin and risky. As they move ahead, Aron suddenly slips and falls down a small cliff. The girls scream, thinking he's dead. But then they hear him shouting from below, "He's fine." There's a pool of water under the rocks, and he calls out, "Jump in." It's safe. The girls jump in after him, and they all have a great time splashing around in the cold water. After some time, they part ways. Aron tells them he'll continue hiking deeper into the canyon, while the girls, Christy and Megan, say they're heading home. Before leaving, Aron asks, "Will I see you again?" Megan smiles and says, "We're having a party tomorrow night. You should come." Aron waves goodbye and continues his solo journey. The trail ahead becomes steeper and more dangerous. Aron reaches a narrow crack between two high canyon walls. To move forward, he leans against a large boulder for support. But suddenly, the boulder slips. Aron falls, and the massive rock crashes down, trapping his right arm between the canyon walls. At first, Aron doesn't realize how serious it is. He tries to pull his arm out, but it's completely stuck. He pushes, twists, yanks. Nothing works. He shouts for help, calling Christy and Megan's names, but his voice just echoes into the empty canyon. There's no one around. Miles of desert silence. Aron opens his backpack. He finds some hiking gear, a little food, a small amount of water, and his multi-tool knife. He tries to chip away at the rock, but it's solid stone. His knife blade quickly dulls, and his left hand isn't strong enough to make any real progress. Still, he doesn't give up. At one point, his knife slips out of his hand and falls just out of reach. Using a stick, he manages to hook it back, but after hours of trying, he realizes he's not going anywhere. Night falls. The cold creeps in. Aron records a video on his camera saying, "I've been stuck here for 25 hours. No one knows I'm here. I didn't tell anyone where I was going." He realizes his biggest mistake. He left without informing anyone. The next day passes. His food is gone, and his half-liter of water is running low. He records more messages, sometimes joking to keep himself sane, sometimes almost crying. He imagines Christy and Megan's party that night, everyone laughing, dancing, while he's trapped here, alone. By the third day, his water is gone. Desperate, Aron urinates into his bottle, knowing that's the only way he might survive dehydration. Disgusted but determined, he drinks it. He starts eating insects crawling near him to keep his body alive. On the fourth day, he's weak and delirious. He begins to hallucinate, seeing lights, people, even hearing voices. He tells his camera, "If I had just answered my mom's call that morning, she'd know where I was. If I had told the shopkeeper who sold me my supplies, maybe he'd report me missing." He blames himself, but also starts to accept his fate. Rain comes at night. Aron catches the water in his bottle, grateful. But the canyon begins to flood, and the water rises around him. For a moment, he feels weightless, thinking the rock might lift and free him. He imagines himself escaping, running to his truck, driving out of the canyon. But suddenly wakes up. It was only a dream. He's still trapped. Now it's day 5. Aron talks to himself constantly. He laughs, cries, jokes, and films his last messages to his family. "Mom, Dad, I love you." He scratches RIP and his birth date into the canyon wall. He's ready to die. Then something changes. He has a vision, a little boy playing with him in the future, his son. This gives him strength. He decides he won't die here. He wraps a tourniquet tightly around his arm. Then, using his dull knife, he breaks the bones in his trapped arm, one by one. The sound echoes through the canyon. After that, he starts cutting through the flesh, slowly, painfully, until finally he's free. Bleeding heavily, Aron takes a picture of the arm still wedged under the boulder, a haunting reminder of his survival. Then he climbs out of the canyon, drinks from a puddle of rainwater, and starts walking. Exhausted, dehydrated, and in excruciating pain, he keeps moving until he sees a family of hikers. He calls out for help, and they rush to him. Soon after, a helicopter rescue team arrives and airlifts him to a hospital. Aron survives. The vision he saw, the child, turns out to be real. 3 years later, he meets a woman named Jessica. They marry and have a son named Leo. Despite the trauma, Aron never gave up hiking. He continued to explore, always leaving notes behind, saying where he was going. A lesson learned the hardest way possible. This movie is based on a true story, the real-life survival of Aron Ralston, who, on April 26, 2003, was trapped in a canyon for 6 days and saved his own life by cutting off his arm.